Today on Jewel Time, we're going to be sizing up a rose gold and diamond cocktail ring. First things first, we're going to make our cut in the shank of the ring. I'm going to follow that up by opening up the ring on the ring mandrel, creating the space where the new gold is going to go. Before adding the gold, you need to take your sanding disc and smooth out the inside of the cut so that it's flush on both sides. Next, we're going to cut out our new piece of gold that we're adding to the ring. Once you've got your new piece of gold cut, add it into the ring in the space we created, making sure that it's even on both sides, because next we're going to get ready to solder. We're going to start out by giving our ring a bath in the denatured alcohol. Ooh, mesmerizing. Also be sure to add your flux. That makes the solder flow a whole lot easier. There is a little downtime right here. I had to cut my solder pieces and try to work my torch around the camera. It's not exactly easy. Rose gold solder doesn't flow anywhere near as easily as yellow gold or white gold solder, so a higher heat is needed. Now I'm starting the cleanup process. Sometimes I'll start with the inside of the band, sometimes I'll start with the sides of the band. Just kind of whichever's in my way more at the moment. This band in particular I was working on was a little offset, so I had to be careful not to cut too far up the sides on the ring. Here I'm switching to a mini sanding disc so I can get in that spot a little bit tighter. Next, I'm hitting the inside of the ring with my high grit cartridge mandrel roll. That way it's smooth and ready to polish on the inside. Then I'm going to hit the outside of the ring with my flat file. You gotta pay attention to what you're doing here, because you can accidentally file away too much of the ring, making it wonky looking. Once I'm done filing, I'm going to switch over to a low grit emery stick and sand away all the file marks. Once I'm done with the low grit, I'm going to move to a higher grit emery stick and get the ring prepped for polishing. The last step before moving on to our final polish is going to be the pre-polish with Triple E. Triple E is a buffing compound used to get tiny scratches out of rings, so any of the sanding or file marks that were left in the ring are coming out right now. I usually hand polish all the pieces before I take them over to the buffing wheel. It just makes buffing them a lot easier later on. First you're going to polish the inside of the ring, doing one side, removing the ring, flipping it over, and doing the other side. That way you've got a good even polish on the inside. When you're polishing the outside of the ring, just be careful not to run the wheel parallel with where you cut the ring. It'll pull the solder out, creating a visible sizing seam. Also, if you're working on a ring like this with a lot of diamonds, be real careful when you're polishing around the top. Don't hold the wheel on it too long because it'll eat away all the tips. So you want to just do a real light, quick polish on the top. Once we're done there and we've made sure all the stones are tight, we're going to put the ring in the ultrasonic cleaner so it can clean out all the excess polishing compound. After that, we're gonna steam off all the water spots and the excess grime, and this ring is pretty much ready to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this is the kind of thing that interests you, make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I'll be putting out a new video once or twice a week. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And make sure you hit that bell if you want notifications when the next video is out.